Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Sagittarius. Happy belated birthday from anybody born in December for Sagittarius. I apologize that we're so late with your reading, but keep in mind that time is fluid, so even though I'm putting a date on it as December and we're almost at the end of December, this is just what messages Spirit wanted to bring through for December, so take it how it applies, and happy early New Year's for any of you watching before the New Year drops. So this really is a message going forward, right? It's up to you how you interpret this message. What feels right for you. Only take that stuff, disregard the rest, okay? For all my subscribers, you guys mean the world to me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my kitchen. We're in a different location today. My dining room has been taken over by Christmas. So if you do resonate, and that's off topic, it happens, but if you resonate with this and you'd like to see more of this kind of thing, or you'd like to let me encounter your energy more often, please hit subscribe and join the journey with me. So we're going to just take a moment to call in Spirit, call in my team of light, Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel, Metatron, as well as any other helper spirits that are here for our highest good. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, and to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are only for our highest good, but the most far-reaching as well. So I'm being asked to clear the space. I got a new selenite wand for Christmas, and it's kind of new to me. This energy is different than my old one, so it is clearing room here. I'm going to clear the space. Let's get into what Spirit has to say. This is a new deck called the Self-Love Oracle, put out in 2020 by Akal Pritam. I'm not really sure, but if you wanted to look this oracle up, it's really, really pretty. So let's get an idea, a message here from Spirit. First off, what they'd like to know for Sagittarius. All right, so 2 cards flew. The first one that you have here, if you can look here, this beautiful root chakra colored one, your soul lesson, trust, root chakra. This one's a big one for many of us, trusting, especially if we've been hurt before, if we've been let down, if someone has betrayed our trust, if we don't trust ourselves. This is a super, super important soul lesson. So for some of you, trust your instincts, trust your gut, trust what your soul's trying to tell you, trust your path, trust your direction on where you're going. So this girl is Frida. She is very, very, very iconic, and I wish I could tell you more about her, but if she speaks to you, look it up. It's probably in the book that I should read to you guys a little bit, but it says, be inspired by what you love. Oh, and it's a number 1. Absolutely. The starting of every journey means we want to be inspired by what we love. Beautiful flower is also what Flora Hermosa means. Celebrate creativity, love. And if you can see up at the top, there's these white doves. I feel like this is important too, because this is about celebrating peace, creating things around us to be thankful for, and creating the beautiful. For some of you, this tells me you may want to have a rose garden. You may want to have a flower garden. It's one of these things that you get to tend to every year, and we do so with anticipation for the next year, right? We can plan ahead almost a year or season in advance. And this is also a place where we can allow creativity to flourish. Just a thought. For some of you as well, maybe getting, like I heard, orchids. Some of you may want to get an orchid. I'm very, very unsuccessful with those things. I'm very good at killing them. If you have tips on how to keep them alive, please comment below. I would love to hear from you about that. But that's the flower that I heard anyway. So, but you are a beautiful flower. First off, so I'm hearing is be the beautiful flower. But you are a beautiful flower. Let your wonderful you smell or you stink, your fragrance, not in the terms of not showering or anything, but your you-ness, let that energy vibe out so that the little bees and insects and everything that are going to come pollinate and meet you and come to you for your beauty will come to you, because you are this flower that's only bloomed in the way that only you can bloom. So I'm feeling like this is another one of these things, is trust yourself, my friends. Soul lesson, trust. For some of you, if you felt differently on this, trust how you felt about it. And this is a really important one, because when it talks about our root chakra, it's also talking about our foundations and who we are, how we're built up. This can be inner child to me, I feel like, as well. But this is finally a time to create from that space of a rooted, grounded place, a rooted, grounded endeavor is what I heard, okay? So you get also number 26, crown chakra, I am who I am. And yes, you are. And please honor yourself proudly. Please be who you are, right? That flower, open up as only you can. Because when we look at flowers, I love peonies. And you get so many peonies on your bush or on your peony plant. No two are ever the same. They smell the same, right? They're all putting out the same smell, but no two of them are the same. They all have differences. I think that's what this is important, because it's like we may all be emanating and vibrating on a certain frequency, but it's still, you have a signature and an energy signature, very, very important for you, but special to you, right? That only you can have. It's kind of like if you were a bee, only you would be the only bee that had this hum, right? And your hum was so important to the other bees, because without it, they couldn't function. Okay, there's a huge interconnectedness here. And I feel like trust is one of these things, that like trust is one of those bees, right? If we don't trust in who we are, that whole vibration is going to be off. We're going to be missing something, right? So let's find out a little bit about number 1. And it says, you have a fated destiny and a creative destiny. You choose which one you experience by the octave of your thoughts, words, and actions. By choosing to become your own best friend, you are in a better position to observe which emotions, habits, and addictions take you away from or towards creative self-expression. Creative destiny is yours to write, and it's time for you to fully realize this. Trust that you have the support, freedom, and potential to create a fulfilling path based on your true desires. Never attach yourself to any outcome, rather be open to the infinite possibilities ahead of you. With complete self-reverence, be consistent and dedicated by fostering self-trust. Take responsibility for your thoughts, words, and actions. By consistently showing up and doing your best to meet life creatively, enthusiastically, you will see improvement and feel more inspired to apply yourself with more joy. And can't we all aspire to have that, a little bit more joy in our lives? I mean, as long as we are on this planet, we're supposed to feel joy. We're supposed to have moments in joy, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to experience or create more experiences of joy in this world. Joy doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Joy could be walking in the park and smelling, the smells. Whatever it is that, little things for you that bring you little joys. Alright, so I am who I am. I face and move through my fears. And this is a big one, right? The soul lesson of trust. How do we trust ourselves? Well, sometimes we're going this way. Hey, you want to go this way. And the other side of us went, I don't trust her. She's crazy. Don't go that way. People make fun of you. You won't succeed. No. Have this passion within you. Allow yourself to go in the directions you're being pulled. Be who you are unabashedly and fearlessly. This card comes due because you have reached a point of enough grounded awareness to understand that there is no escaping the reality that you must live through every moment in your life, regardless of how it comes to you. Absolutely. And even if you know of many ways to distract or numb yourself to being present, you are willingly choosing instead to apply yourself to conscious self-realization. This is a wise choice and intention. You sense that any reactions to life are regressions to the past, and they surrender your influence on your future. You are ready to be crowned by your own presence. Understand that you have the capacity to become masterful of this reality and gracefully choose how you respond to your life. So it says, as you become more sovereign, you will see the world with a sense of wonder, love, and unity, while simultaneously perceiving the subtlety of the future as it comes towards you. Remember to also have fun and belly laugh. Allow yourself to find humor quickly, and dance with life so that you shake and shape it, or shake and shape it, not the other way around. So you are working towards a balanced state, desiring to be truly at peace with yourself and the world. A higher glimpse of your role in creative destiny is possible now if you can stop the merry-go-rounds of thoughts in your mind long enough to fully open to the true wisdom of your heart. So I'm going to actually read to you the suggested practice on here, because first off, I don't know this deck. It's new from Christmas, but also I feel very strongly this is important. So the suggested practice that this book suggests: don't be so hard on yourself. Refuse to engage in any negative dialogue, stories, lists of supposed flaws, or labels that diminish you. Your true self is infinite and full of creative potential. Wake up every day and say, who I am, that is that, and put an end to false stories. You can even sing this statement: I am who I am. Oh my gosh, Eminem, right? Maybe you guys want to blare some Eminem and just remind everybody around you that you are who you are, and nobody else can really have a say in that, right? And own that. I am whatever you say I am. End to the false stories. You can even sing this statement, put it on a note, and stick it to your fridge, or write it in your bathroom mirror. Celebrate your true self. You are always welcoming on the very long journey of the soul. So if I triggered you, I'm not suggesting if you don't like Eminem, you don't have to listen to Eminem, but that really, really resonated with me on this: you are who you are, and accept it. Be honoring of that, because that's one of the happiest, most blissful states in this world, is when we can finally accept ourselves, because true happiness actually comes from there. Once we give in and say, okay, you know what? I deserve a little bit of a break. It's time for my happiness. And we start accepting ourselves. Happiness comes, a better vibration, because we're not fighting who we are, right? We're open to it, and we're honoring it, and we're finding partners in our life, regardless if it's romantic or business, or, just the people that you're meeting and the energy exchanges that you're having on a day-to-day basis. This is all drawing in people that were meant to meet you at this vibration. All right, so I'm going to bring in the Steampunk Tarot right now. A couple want to flip over, but there's a lot. So we have the King of Wands in the reverse. I'm just going to kind of show you, and then I'll put them back, so I don't feel like there's anything. Actually, the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Cups in the reverse. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that it's trust issues right there, right? If we want to talk about that, we have to kind of work through some of the layers and the trust issues that we're going to have. The Eight of Swords in the reverse. And this is really great, because if we can work through the trust issues that we've had, that we've held on to, or that, or have been opposed on us, certainly by experiences of the past, things that are traumatizing to us are going to sometimes leave a very lasting effect in ways that we may not notice. And some of those ways are trust issues. Trusting who we are as well, trusting that if we come out, of whatever closet we've been hiding in, to people that we love, or families, ourselves, if we come out and say, you know what, I trust who I am, I'm going to be open, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to show who I am, we have to let go of this fear that somebody is going to say it's not enough, or we're going to have to let go of those things in ourselves. This is definitely awesome, because it's removing ourselves from that mentality, because that is truly exhausting, right? So you have two here, which is the King of Cups, and this very, very, I'm hearing like boisterous and passionate man. And this could be a man in your life, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. It could be an aspect of you, Sagittarius, like you're finally, owning your heart and trusting in who you are, and this is going to mean coming from our heart. And we have the Knight of Swords. This is also talking, making action, going forward. There's guardedness here as well, though, because this knight knows along their journey that they may meet some adversary. They have had to remove themselves out of this Eight of Swords, out of the nightmare. You know, they've already been quite a, I heard, voyager along this journey, right? So you may have somebody in your life coming to you, a discussion. This may be you reaching out and kind of talking to the people who you are. This definitely could just even be, if it's not a discussion, it's about this I am who I am and coming to acceptance and, you know, loving yourself first and accepting who you are and being on guard, being willing to defend that if need be, because you don't need to deal with the haters and the people who are going to try and trigger you to get a response. You don't need to defend yourself. You can be who you are. You don't need to defend that to anybody, right? They don't get to do that, and that's one of these things. So let's find out a little bit more, please, Spirit. Thank you. The Knight of Swords. There could be travel. There could be quick communication. I heard text messaging too. For some of you, you may be talking over text. With the Eight of Swords, I'm feeling like there may be a lot of things being said that it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time for you to remove the fear of even saying this, for fear of repercussions. And you know what? There comes a point where we need to clarify, right? So if you're needing to clarify with someone and have discussions, by all means do that. And I heard the words fire away. Fire away. This communication too, the Knight of Swords, is sometimes quick. There could also be like a lot of defensiveness, like defensive discussions that have stemmed from cycles and thought space. And this is coming from the King of Cups, who isn't quite sure, how do I heard respond, react, but how do I get these feelings into words? How do I appropriately express myself? The bottom of the deck, I was Tower and the Four of Wands in reverse, because Four of Wands is, I heard, enlightenment. It's that celebration, that joy, right? Trusting and celebrating that everything that you've asked for in this world, what is truly meant for you, will come. And sometimes we ask for things and we want it so bad, and we think that the universe is out to get us. God, source, doesn't exist because I've asked for this, I've prayed for these things, and don't bring it to me. And sometimes it's the universe's way of doing you a favor, because you look back on this in hindsight and go, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, you know, I was devastated. I didn't think my world could go on, and look at me now, my world is on, and I'm very thankful that the universe stepped in and created a new opportunity for me, while I may have taken it at a loss at the time. So this Tower is just about a change, but I feel like some of you, I heard, you may not see it coming. It is swift, it is quick. This may have real firepower. Whatever this is, literally may come. Now this lightning is an unforeseen natural event. This is very not natural, but could still come in unforeseen. So for some of you also, what I'm hearing is like tone of voice is really important, because with the Wands here, there's a lot of passion, and being the King of Cups, this is someone really sometimes like holds back on emotion, and this is trying to express themselves, and it's going to create some kind of change. Tell me about the Tower, and they put that all the way to the ground. Okay. You got the Two of Wands. A decision and a choice. So with the Eight of Cups on the bottom in the reverse, could be that there's a cycle not over, and that in order for this cycle to happen, this Tower needs to come in. This Tower needs to change. This rose quartz, just I knocked it over. I have a little pyrite here too. Fool's gold. Self-love and grounding. Got silver sheen of black obsidian here for protection. And my son wanted me to bring in this today, which is citron. And I feel like this is really asking you to love yourself, to stay grounded, to stay rooted, but to also respect and this trust, honoring yourself with the solar plexus energy, and helping yourself to get out of the eights, the upside down eights. This is really getting out of cycles, because we're going to make a decision. I heard it's now or never with these things. And if you feel like you've been at war, now is the time to definitely change this. And it could just be war with yourself, war with someone else. It could be that it's been a whole lot of overthinking in this process to get to this point. If this is a relationship with this person, you have to make the choice. I heard if it's worth it, if any more for some of you, if it's an ongoing thing. I heard there's something about holding silence here. There's a real choice, and this is like that kill switch thing, like, or engage. Like, do I kill it or do I hit go? You know, do I say, you know what, we stop, or do I say fire? It's a real decision, and each choice has a reaction. Each choice has a consequence, and it is really this idea of a cause and effect. What is your goal? What do you need to happen? Would you like to stay how you've been and keep your quiet and keep it to yourself, or does it need to get out and be spoken about and create a change? So I'm going to use, this is the Mermaid Oracle, Messages from the Mermaids by Karen Kay. Gorgeous deck. Just as one last parting message for you guys. Going forward, what is an advice card, please, for Sagittarius? Going forward. This is, I think, a lot about that trust in yourself, though, is that King of Cups is, you know, trust in your heart. I keep saying this because it's such a great quote. I think the Scorpio reading I did for December, the one thing talked about your heart has the power of 108 suns, and that blew my mind because, it's one of these chakra self-oracle cards, but it blew my mind because, yeah, come from the heart, right? Come from the heart. That's one of the chakras that we know we feel, right? We feel our heart. We feel our heart when it's happy, when it's fluttering, when it's excited. We feel our heart when it's sad and when it's broken. We feel our heart. We may not feel everything all the time, but this is one of the ones that, you know, we also try to wall up and put our security blanket over, and this is the one that sometimes you try and get this space between your head and your heart, right? It's your mouth, and how do you get all of what's in here out? So I feel like we have abundance that came out. Let me show you that. Gorgeous card. I'm sorry about the glare. Not good at this. Okay, but abundance. There's abundance all around you. Don't underestimate this. So when we're having discussions, I also feel like when we're knowing change is going to come, don't fear for the worst, honey. It's free spirit. Go the ways that you need to go. And as I was saying, I believe somewhere earlier, you don't owe anyone an explanation for who you are. Memories. But this was in the reverse, and we have love. Gorgeous cards. I feel like this memories, it's beautiful, but she's sad, right? She's salt. Well, maybe she's not sad. She's happy. She's holding on to something. I don't feel it's important that it's in the reverse, but it could be that holding on to some of these memories are what's holding you back from moving on from different cycles. And we have love here, and this is about being open to, first and foremost, to loving ourselves and expressing to ourselves how we feel, right? Treating ourselves like we love ourselves, and how are we loving other people as well, right? So let me just do a double check for you, because these cards are not just like self-explanatory. They're self-explanatory as open yourself to universal or romantic love. Put yourself out there and maybe go on a date to rekindle the love within your current relationship. This unicorn is bathing in unconditional love. She loves herself, which means she's able to be fully loved by others. When you know that your true value and embrace the fact that you are loved and lovable, you'll attract perfect loving relationships. Love is the fragrance of the enlightened spiritual people. It can be felt in their auras and in the residue of their presence. This is pure, unconditional love. So for some of you, if, some of this could be this King of Cups coming at you with a whole bunch of like, yo, I've made my decision. I'm going to tell you. I need to discuss things, and know that first off, there is love and abundance here for you. For some of you, could be really reminiscing of a time when there was love and abundance. And there are some things that are hard being a free spirit because it's hard to be tied down. That's what I'm hearing. And for some of you, I want you guys, if that's something that you feel like there's this dichotomy within you, because it's hard to be tied down, but you want the same kind of like stability that maybe traditional relationships have, but it's hard, right? It's this double-edged sword. Saying, allow love to be in your life however it manifests. Don't be too rigid on how it does manifest. Know that abundance is here. There are so many riches for you in this world. It's about accepting it and loving yourself just as you are. And with this memories, there is some fondness here. There's times where we may come in and out of people's lives. We may see them here and there. It doesn't mean that we don't really care about them. And for some of you, if you're in long distance relationships, memories are kind of what keep you going. When you're talking, there's the excitement in what you did when you actually got to see each other. She's got pictures down there as well. For some of you, it may be definitely what might be coming to you might be some pictures. Hopefully not of the explosive variety. Or if you want that, whatever. But that's the message I have for you this month. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.